I can't do it. I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
There we go. All right. Thanks for telling me I had my screen spilled up.
I couldn't tell. You started the show, and it confused the shit out of me to have an echo with the audio.
Well, now you know.
Weird.
Anyway. What's up, Andy? What's up, Gambit? What's up, Snorty?
Hi, guys.
Good
Happy Saturday.
afternoon, everybody.
We survived another week. Yay.
We will only know that on Monday.
No, for me, the week is over with this show because all I do on Sunday is hang out with Gary.
Well,
All I do is on Sundays is mark my time with her so I could finally go watch some pornography.
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you? That's what
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, you cut me off outing your naughty dreams that you have.
Oh, I talk about that all day long. I fucking do.
in The Devil's Word by Al Pacino. Oh, there's so many names.
Oh man, I was messing with her today over the thing. Like one thing I said, she's at the grocery store, and I messaged her. I said, "I'm so sorry, your bottom hurts today."
Yeah, he also said he doesn't know who's going to have it rougher, dream me or real me. That cracked me up. Just standing there in the line, giggling, and the cashier looks at me and she goes like, what the fuck is wrong with her? I know them all. So.
I've never felt like I'm not embarrassed to talk about shit. So I've always been an aggressive person, but I didn't know just how decreased my aggression was until I asked the doctor to please check me for low T, and came back I was low T, and I'm like, oh, so they've been juicing me, man, juicing me.
Yeah, for about 3 months now.
Yeah, and it's gotten worse for Anima from me because just like I'm old Gary right now, not old man Gary. I'm old Gary, and I'm like just filthy. I am just a dirty, dirty man. People are like, you're a dirty old man. I'm like, no, I have always been dirty. It's never changed. I didn't get dirtier as I got older.
No,
I
but
have maintained the exact same level of being a dirty
the
man.
thing is, now that you're older, you're a dirty old man. You didn't become dirty. You have become older. That's different.
You know the story from when I was 7. So yeah, that's not true. I've always been dirty.
That's what I said.
Well, the last thing you said, you haven't always been, is what you said. And maybe you didn't mean to say that, but that's what you said. So that's what I was commenting on. It's like when I was 7, I had a filthy, filthy mind. Speaking of filthy minds.
Good morning or afternoon, whatever the fuck time it is.
It's morning somewhere.
10 p.m. here.
It's morning somewhere.
Right, somewhere.
Right now in the Pacific, Hawaii, I think it's morning still. Yeah, by the way, Gambit, I had to explain that to Don and Mark on the Monday show last week. There will not be a Monday show this week because of Thanksgiving. Don Ecker has proclaimed it, so it is so.
It is so.
It is so. But Don, oh my God, during that show, because I explained to them where the name Gert came from. And when I told them the whole story, they're fucking laughing. Okay. I'm like, well, I mean, he tried to correct it. He says, Gary, he was trying to say Gary and he got T. And he's like, no, I meant to say, and then he spelled Gert again a second time. And I went, well, that's it. I'm Gert from this day forward. I kind of like that. I like that. The mighty Gert. But there was this funny moment with Don and Mark. Mark said something, he triggered Don Ecker, man, and he went beyond fucking one of his what do you call it? Anime, one of his rants. This was getting into the camera and pointing into the camera at Mark.
Oh boy.
And I mean, he lost his shit, and I had to make a joke because it was, I mean, he looked really pissed, and I just said, "Okay, Mark, you won the $20. You pissed him off." I didn't think you could do it.
When Don gets ranting, man.
Well, this is beyond a rant. This was like just in the fucking camera, like, let me tell you something. And boy, it was, woo, that was something else. I love Don, man. I don't want him to ever yell at me like that. And Mark's just giggling on camera.
Oh, he can go full-blown drill sergeant. It's scary.
Well, see, Mark has known him longer than me. I've only known him for about 20 years. He's known him for like 35 years. And so he knows how to push those buttons. And when he did it, he was giggling on camera. Where are you, deleted?
Yeah, mister, why are you in the chat and not on the show?
Yeah. Too cool to hang out with us now. He said, I'm one of the cool kids now, man. So
look at me. I am the cool kid now.
I'm looking at you like this. You're so far away. That's deleted to us. He's got some good shows, man. I've been trying to keep up with him. I request notifications for every video, but where do they send the notifications? Because I'm not getting them. I don't know if they're supposed to come to my email or something. No Military Monday show this coming week. No, I'm talking about Don Ecker's show, buddy. I'm talking about Don Ecker's. I'll be there for Monday. Absolutely. Or
yeah,
as
you're redoing Tell It to the Marines.
Yeah, and what I meant to say was absolutely.
Stop thinking about ass all the time.
That's for people with lystexia. That's Burville lystexia. What? You heard what I said, right?
And my brain is still going, what? Oh, I see. I hear what he did.
I made that joke in high school. I was in the school newspaper office where I was writing an article, and they said, "What are you writing about this week?" I said, "I'm writing an article about lystexia." They said, "Lystexia?" I said, "Yes, Burville lystexia." They're like, "What the fuck?" And then I held up the fake headline that I made. It said verbal dyslexia.
Hey, Tree Rock.
I made a joke that was meant for me. Oh, Tree Rock, you drop in and then you leave? Fuck off.
No, he's listening while driving.
Oh, look out to the left. Let's call out stuff like that while he. Right. Hey, man, somebody's coming up on you fast.
Yeah, this is not worse than drinking and driving.
Yeah, what's worse than drinking and driving is having me as your GPS voice. Look out!
Right.
Hey, Sander, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Classic Comics is here too. What's up? By the way, we are planning. I'm planning that film sometime in the new year, either January or February. We're going to do Phantom of the Paradise. I think it's a worthwhile film. I'm not a big fan of the director because I think he's a communist piece of shit. But damn it, when he makes a good movie, I will watch it. And I do. Untouchables is one of the favorite films that you and I've watched together, Anima. That's Brian De Palma.
Are we going to talk about Kick-Ass too? Because I love that movie. I had such a fun time watching it today.
Oh, yeah. We watched Kick-Ass today. And it was, I don't know, man. I love that movie. I really do. I went to see that movie, and I'm thinking it was Mac that went with me, and we went to the Hollywood Theater downtown, which I've shown you on Google Earth.
Yeah.
And it's open again. Somebody bought it. And I'm like,
Nice.
oh, great. No, wait, I don't live in Springfield. Fuck. So, but it is open again. Will it be on the road if I promise to put up nude images?
Yes, absolutely, Gary.
I will,
Yeah.
of course, when I do it, I'll put up pictures of like naked apes and monkeys. Guten Abend, Anima.
Guten Abend, Thunder. He misspelled me though. Anina?
Oh, Amina.
Amina.
No.
Oh, he wasn't talking to Anima.
That's a nice Italian name though.
Yeah, he
Anina.
says not anima or anina.
Anina.
What,
Thank you,
what the
Gavin.
fuck is it with you?
Not Anina, but the Nina.
It's
Well-
like you don't know how to spell a fucking name at
Well,
all.
if you're Gert, now she's Amina.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like he can't get my name right. Now he can't get her name right. How do you
I
spell
appreciate the
Martin?
effort though.
The funny part is he would probably spell Martin as Broderick. You know, Broderick, the guy that produces the show, Broderick. You mean Martin? That's what I said. Whatever. Oh, someone said hello to you, Ben.
Sander Hammerslag. Hi, Sander
Did
He did it
Hammerslag.
again.
Huh?
Sander Hammerschlag.
Oh my God,
I
you did.
did it again.
You did
Oh
do
my
it
God.
again. Gambit. I swear to
You
God.
are now Amina.
It's
Amina.
official.
Your
Gert
keyboard
and
is
Amina.
drunk, man.
You can spell fake cuss words correctly. Darn.
Yeah, somehow I'm Jesus.
Okay,
Christ.
somebody say something.
They couldn't have been Amina. Didn't have to be anal.
Do we count that as backdoor?
Oh, okay. I was so not gonna go there, but
Oh no, go.
No, it's a
please.
thing that we do.
I was gonna say, it's like I don't think anyone else gets to be anal about it.
I think that counts as a breach.
Yeah,
Let's give him a video.
Okay.
The key to this whole thing is the dynamite. The killer didn't just want Lineker dead, he wanted him destroyed, annihilated.
Over here, Vargas. We're going in the back way.
Let's go in. Wait a minute. Now look, I know you really want this guy, but this is a Chicago police matter. You go in the front and work your way to the rear. I'm going to cover the back, and don't try to be a hero. You dig?
Why would I dig? All right. Sure,
but can he spell Hesmana right?
how about onomatopoeia? It's listed as one of the longest words in the English language.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yep.
The
I'm
longest word.
laughing in German over
They
here
don't know
because-
the subtribonucleic word, right?
Yeah, laughing in German because place names.
Laughing in German, is that possible?
Well, they don't
Dude.
understand comedy at all.
Yeah, but one thing German language is really good at is making long ass words
Word.
by combining like 10
Right,
words into one.
constructing words. Yeah. Is it in
Like,
German that has the term that a face in need of punching?
But yeah, it's a thing we say. Yeah, my grandmother used to say, "A face like a house shoe. You want to step in it and feel comfortable." She was a badass, man.
I like that one.
I love that one. I love your grandmother.
But she's gone
here.
now. But
Oh, Oh, that face like a house shoe.
Man, I do really need that YouTube get it out there and act straight with the names of the people.
I know.
Hmm.
Because right now it doesn't say Penny. It says
Yeah.
Pijo 1961.
Right?
So that
Holy
means you're
shit.
3 years older than me. You would have been a senior when I was a freshman.
Is that the name of that bus station or train
No,
station?
no, it's not. It's a thing. Jesus Christ, where did you get that from, Snoddy? Rindfleisch Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. That's crazy.
What? No. You jumped some letters, lady.
No, I didn't.
Do it
Say
again.
it again.
Rindfleisch Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz.
Fuck me. What the hell does that
I'm
mean?
pretty good at reading. So it's a law about supervising a machine that puts labels on packed beef.
Snorty just put it there. Beef labeling supervision duties delegation law.
Yeah. You
And-
make it a sentence, we make it a word.
Yep, there you go.
I just say, yeah,
And on the German version of this show, I would be saying, Ich weiß nicht.
on the German version of the show, I would still be speaking bad English.
Spitzengefühl.
Hey, mister, that's my job.
Fingerspitzengefühl?
That just means feeling. Like you do something with feeling.
Hey, Sander, sing the song Feelings. In German. David
Oh.
Hewlett is the Hallmark Mistletoe Murder Series.
It's
Are
in the
you-
Hallmark Mistletoe Murder series. I shall check it out then because I'm a huge fan of his.
Remind me who that is?
David Hewlett, he was the
McKay on Stargate Atlantis. On all the Stargates.
Oh, I know who it is. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I started following him during the pandemic, and I even have a clip somewhere where he wishes me a happy birthday because he did a stream on my birthday. And he really enjoys me trolling him in the chat. Or he used to, because I'm not doing it anymore.
Read that, Gary.
And that's how they lost the war. By the time they typed the word, the war was over. That reminds me, one of my favorite jokes was the joke that kills on Monty Python. It literally kills. Like anybody who reads or hears the joke laughs themselves to death.
That
Nobody
used to
knows this, Monty Python?
No?
See, that used to be a thing in old school D&D. The killing joke. Basically, it was a bard who told a joke so funny it killed the entire room.
I'm going to find that because it's a great skit they did on the show. Just the whole one. Yeah, 9 minutes. I fucking love Monty Python. Here you go, Martin. I'm putting it in the private chat. This is that skit from Monty Python about the deadly joke. Someone stop that man. He's reading a deadly joke.
Okay. That sounds like
What
my
do you
surprise,
want
yeah.
me to do about it?
Oh, yeah. That was not funny, shoot scientist. It's like, well, I also like that German
Holy shit.
knock-knock joke.
Oh, that's one of the best. That is one of the
Dude.
best.
Knock,
I'm-
knock. Who's there? We'll ask the questions here.
We will be the ones asking the questions.
Yeah, the guy didn't know he was about to slap him, so he was really stunned. Like, what the fuck just
He
happened?
was so stunned. That look on his face as he just kind of slowly walks away, pointing at him. Yeah, you're the guy. I think I still have that video.
All
Hold
right.
on. Let me see if I still have it. Video file. while my hand like doesn't shake, and then it suddenly shakes, like it abruptly shakes, and my mouse goes like everywhere. Let's see if I still have that joke, because I fucking love that joke, man. That thing fucking cracked me up. Nope, I got rid of it. Damn it. Damn it to hell. You sons of bitches. You blew it all to
that
hell.
time in the show. Time to pull this up. And get a look at this beautiful movie.
It's nice to see colors that aren't. I mean, there's a little bit of teal here, but that's because there's ice.
Yeah.
So you kind of expect the aquatic blue. But every film out there today, like I'm not going to say every, but it's too many of them, have that aquamarine teal color.
Fucking orange and teal. Yeah, it's annoying.
And it just shows a lack of passion in production when you have the colorists that are, putting the film out, putting so much fucking teal and orange into everything. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, it's an old joke.
One of the things that I love about this movie is they built all the sets. The ship was real. The interior, the exterior, the size.
Hydraulic gimbals. So they
so
could move it. When you see the monster throwing the sailors, those are stuntmen, not CG.
Yep.
The skies are the only thing that were done with visual effects. All of the set and the props were all real.
Because they haven't gotten a practical effect for Sky yet.
Well, yeah. All they added was huge background.
How are we going to add Sky to this?
Right.
And weather.
It's like, what are we going to do? We require a sky. How are we going to create a sky? Like, could we use the sky? What? Nobody does that.
But the actors loved it. We saw interviews with them, and all of them said it made it so much easier for us to actually be there in these costumes.
It was immersive.
Amazing sets.
The word they didn't use, which they should have, is immersive, where you feel like you were at a place. The way they shot this, and it really is gorgeous.
Well,
I consider
they were
this
at places. The whole part they shot in England and Scotland.
One of the best filmed versions of Frankenstein ever made. I believe the writing is the single best writing I've ever seen for a Frankenstein film. They still don't. I mean, it's close to the book in so many ways, but man, he really took liberties. But dramatically, liberties worked for me. They did not work for Martin. Martin did not like a lot of things in this film. And I understand what he doesn't like. I understand it because the minute he said it to me, I'm like, yeah, I can see why that bugs you. I can see why that. Whereas I come from a different perspective where I grew up with a father who I loved deeply, but was very failed as a person. And I like that feeling because I hate the fact that I never got to say goodbye to my dad. And this movie hit those emotional points with me. Shut up, Kat.
Yeah, I know. She's very annoying today.
Where's my gun?
No shooting of cats. As a person with 4 cats myself.
No, I wasn't going to shoot her. I was going to give it to her and tell her to figure it out. Figure out how to work this.
Well,
eventually.
I do have a gun for her, though. A squirt gun.
4 cats, Ben? You're a noob. I have 6.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, buddy. No. I've had between 2 cats having kittens in our house, I've had up to 20 cats at a time.
That's what Gary is right now.
Guys, I'll be back. There's someone at the door. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hey, if they say they're German, don't say who is it. I guess it'll be too late by that point. So, well, Ben, you know who I live with. I live with Lauren Worth. She's a big part of VisionCon.
Is that going to happen again? Because
what, VisionCon? Oh, I don't
yeah.
know. I've distanced myself from all conventions. I'm just at a point in my life where I don't give a shit. I don't want to go to them. All the people that I love have pretty much retired from that stuff. Left.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't. If I want to go see a bunch of girls in cosplay, I'll do it on RedTube.
Right. Well, I know for a couple of years, I was supposed to never ever be a guest at VisionCon again.
Oh,
yeah, it was, and I always got my own table anyways, but it was when, oh God, the guy who used to be in charge of security was in charge for a couple of years before Brandon took over. Can't remember his name. But he was pissed at me. But that was also around that time, Shane Moore was a guest at VisionCon, and he said, "Oh yeah, make Ben a guest." So VisionCon ended up
forced.
Yes.
I got along with pretty much everybody there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no,
but when we lost some friends to COVID or
mm-hmm.
the jab, it was one or the other killed them.
Mm-hmm.
I decided I didn't want to go back anymore because those were the youngest people I could tolerate, the ones that died. David was one of them. And I'm still friends with Brandon. But did you have a falling out with the two of you, or what happened? Or is this something we should talk about?
Oh yeah, no, it was when they moved VisionCon to Branson. It was
I didn't like that either.
And I was vocal about, my dislike of that because I couldn't go that year. And basically he was like, "Well, you shouldn't be saying anything about it." I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna silence myself for your convenience. And so,
Are we paused for a reason?
Yes. Because I actually had something to say, and you guys started going off in a direction. I just
wanted to say something.
That's what I do.
Our disclaimer.
No, about what?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was a whole big thing. And he still won't talk to me to my face to this day. Everyone else in VisionCon, huh?
You said who can't or won't?
God, I can't remember his damn name. He was in charge of VisionCon when it moved to Branson.
Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about.
That guy, yeah. And
we had a weird relationship. His wife and I are very good friends.
Yeah, I mean, his wife is cool. And such, but he just doesn't like me.
Yeah, I don't think he likes me because I went at him when he called me a local artist. I said, I'm not a local artist. I live locally, but I don't do art here.
Right?
Here. I work internationally for magazines and movies and shit. Like,
yeah.
I didn't like being called a local artist because it just, I don't know. But I understood that he meant it as a source of pride, and so I left it alone.
Right.
But I never did like being called a local artist because I'm not. I'm literally not. I'm only local due to residence, not who I worked for.
Right. It's the same. Artists for, I mean, God, the list of people you've done work for. I mean,
yeah, it's like major comic publishers, book publishers.
Right.
I've had multiple books that I did the covers for that ended up New York Times bestsellers. So it's like I don't yes, I offer my services to my friends like you. I work with you.
Oh my God, you may be my good luck charm, Gary.
Why is that?
Okay, I can't say much, but it is possible that someone may want to pick it up.
Well, there you go.
And I'm sitting here going, okay.
I could do that. Are you going to pay me to do it? Are you going to give me money?
Yeah, that's the part that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see if it's a big thing. So yeah, I'm just like going, oh, I need to delay this a little further. So we'll see what happens.
Like, how much do you think?
Huh? How much?
How
what?
much do you think? Do you have to delay it?
January maybe.
Okay.
Just like a month. January. I'm giving it till February, but given how the industry works, but I'm just going, yeah, okay. No matter what, I still want that cover.
Well, you like where it's going.
Oh yeah, I like where it's going. It looks good.
All right. So, but in 1994 version is not given the potential. Well, what fucked him over was the director started fucking his co-star, and it became all about that, and it was like really weird. That the 90s were not a good decade for Kenneth Branagh because he was a fucking arrogant prick in the 90s, and so yeah. Let's see the Kenneth Branagh version. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. Pure ego, absolutely. In 2013, Del Toro expressed public interest in casting Benedict Cumberbatch for the role of the creature. I like this kid that plays the creature because I'm telling you,
Jacob Elordi, he's great.
He would be great as Superman. He has that look with that nose, the Romanesque nose. Fucking good, man. Okay, so let's get back to this stream because once again, you see the aquamarine. But what I was going to point out here is how those hydraulic gimbals worked. Because once again, when he gets over and he tips the boat over, scaring the shit out of them, they did that with the hydraulic gimbals, and it looks fantastic. It's that realism that you see in the film. And the only thing is that bugs me is some of the CG used for the skies and atmosphere kind of gives everything almost a CG look, which is why people were saying it looks CG. And the only reason why that's happening is because of the way they were using the CG to color everything. So they say there's no CG, but the fact is there is CG. It's just they're using real actors and sets.
They use the CG the way it's meant to be used, just to complement,
yes, exactly.
just to fix, just to cover.
Yep, and so they used it here for the areas outside the place. Instead of shooting it on the round, they used green screen, and so that background what you see off in the distance is actually CG, along with the sky. When he goes in the water, that's CG, even though it's him acting. I'm sure it's like him in a water tank, but they did everything to look like that ocean water, and that's done through effects.
I don't mind that.
No, I don't either. This set is really incredible. The interior of the ship. I loved everything in this movie, and they made one mistake here. Do you remember what that is?
No.
Oh, I can name so many, but okay. What is the one that you...
Historical. No, there's a historical fuck up they made here.
Well, they're going to the North Pole? Or
they used dynamite in
that...
1857.
Oh, yeah. That was weird.
Yeah, they would have used gunpowder because there was no dynamite yet. And
they were working on it, but it wasn't out there for them to just buy.
Alfred Nobel did the patent in, was it 59, 60, something like that. And they were using it. No, wait, here it is.
Yeah.
What?
It was all the way to 60s. It was after the Civil War. So they invented it in 1865 to 66. Not exactly sure the date when it was originally tested, but he got the patent on it in 67. But he supposedly developed it in 66. Yep. I believe as far back as 65 because he was a chemist. And so Alfred Nobel, for whom the Nobel Peace Prize is so named, was the inventor of TNT. And he invented it for safety because they did have nitroglycerin. And nitro is extremely volatile.
It's extremely unstable.
I mean, it's like
that makes it fun.
It's like Angelina Jolie, stable, emotionally stable. So what he did is he found that if you, mixed the liquid with a solid that could absorb it, it was suddenly inert. It required something to make it explode. Or as they said, it was mostly safe.
Mostly.
And I mean, seriously, that's how it was phrased in one of the articles I read. It was for the most part, it's the way they said it, which is like saying mostly. For the most part, safe. It's like, well, what do you mean it's not? And of course, it means temperatures could still impact it. If it was near fire, it could go off. But the fact is, if you took a stick of dynamite and shook it in your hand, nothing would happen. That's a fact. And the way to do it, of course, is with a blasting cap is the best way to do it.
Now, you telling all that reminds me of for a time they were making billiard balls with nitrocellulose.
I'm sorry, the way you said billiard balls just sounds dirty.
Maybe.
Maybe. I like this kid that plays young Victor.
So, guys,
I don't know who he is.
I'm going to be back in a little bit. If you're still doing it, I just thought I'd try to drop in for a bit, but I got other things that suddenly came up. I'm sorry.
No worries, buddy. Get going.
It's good to hang out with you guys for a few.
Good to see you for a little bit, buddy.
I'll see you, Ben. All right,
bye,
see you.
Ben.
Bye.
So I'm going to go ahead here. And by the way, you want to tell him who Daddy is?
Yes.
Are you going to tell him?
Tywin Lannister, the hand of the king.
I'm like, that was funny because I'm like, can you tell him?
I thought you were talking to Anima.
I can.
I thought you were talking to Anima.
I was talking to both of you.
Oh.
Charles stands there. Somebody had to say it.
No. Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Daddy Lannister. So this is Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein. So you can see, like, this is the stuff that helped inspire him because he's wanted to make this since he was a kid. And Bernie Wrightson hadn't done it yet. Bernie Wrightson did the book later. And it is just gorgeous fucking artwork. Look, I'm friends with the heir apparent to Bernie Wrightson and Kevin and not Kevin, Kelly. And Kelly does not have the anatomical skill set of Bernie Wrightson. And I would hate it if I hurt his feelings.
That sounds dirty.
But he doesn't have the knowledge of an anatomy, at least in the way he draws. It doesn't show that he does. Whereas anything that Bernie Wrightson drew looks anatomically correct. The poses, and his poses are great. The way he did, look at this hand. I love the way he did hands. And even though Bernie is in my wheelhouse or my circle of artists that I followed, and to have gotten to be friends with him before he died for like 3 years, I was so lucky. And that's why he signed my book to me. When I told him I've had this book since 1972, and he signed the cover for me, I was just like, thank you. And he wasn't worried that I was going to try to sell it because it was personally signed to me. And I deeply appreciated him doing that. And Bernie is just an incredible fucking artist. And his Frankenstein work is apparently what inspired him to do this, so much so that the chemistry set that you see in the lab is based on this chemistry set. Let me open this up for you. That's his lab in the book by Wrightson. I look at the way he does
Wow.
dark. He works. His pencils are like wood carvings. The way he does it, it's so fucking beautiful. But this lab right here in the book is what inspired the lab in the movie, and just look at the way he drew the creature, the tendons and the venous lines here. Like that's a tendon there, but this is veins right there, and the skull-like face. He's like, "Get off me, man, dude! Get off me!" Hitting him like a little girl. Stop.
No. That's not what's happening there. The creature is saying to him, I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Igor.
Hi, Igor. I like that. This one is look at the fucking lines on this thing. Close that. Get in there. Look at the fucking lines, the way he does those. And he uses a quilled pen. So he gets the feathering in here. It's just so gorgeous. Nobody inks like him. The closest to him is Kelly. Let's see if there's another one here that's worth looking at.
Breach.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that is not a breach. Come
It's
on,
a lazy
wait.
one. It's
Come
a
on,
lazy
wait.
one, but it's Wade.
Wait, you can do better.
Oh, the fucking work. This is incredible.
Okay, so here's the video, Wade. I shouldn't, but I love you. So
We sneaked in here the back way.
We need to get back to the slideshow, though. We're not even 10 minutes in, and almost
Well,
halfway through the show.
I am doing this to show you the visual impressionism that led to the look in this film is from this artwork. Look at, oh my God, look at that one. Open image in a new tab. This is just, look at that.
It is gorgeous.
This is, once he started getting hair. And in the movie, he follows the exact same process as the way Bernie Wrightson drew it. And I fucking love that he did that. So this movie, if anything, is not just a nod to Mary Shelley, but also to Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein. And I love the period costumes.
Oh, yeah.
And this is where you get the idea that, like, he feels like he can't, that he has to be the taskmaster for one son while he's the adoring father for the other son.
Yeah, because all Victor ever knew from his childhood was being like a drill sergeant, not a father.
Yeah. And so that's what he's like. It's a problem that if you're not aware of the problem, you carry on the problem. And that's why, I made it clear to like my own dad. I said, yeah, this shit ends with you and with me. I'm not going to be a parent like that. I'm going to be a good dad that's going to be there for my kid when they have questions.
That coffin
There's
is
Mama's
so
body.
beautiful.
It's like you said, it's like a sarcophagus, the way it's designed.
it is a sarcophagus.
Yeah. So he stuck to that from the other movie that she dies in childbirth. The kid lives though. So she's not dying from sickness.
Which is from the book, because that's what happens.
No,
in the
she
book.
dies. She
In
dies of sickness.
Scarlet fever.
Oh
Scarlet
wait, I
fever.
thought that was the true
No,
story.
you're mixing it with the Kenneth Branagh movie.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. And he took that from that movie, that she dies in childbirth and the kid lives and is loved by the father.
So this is Jamie. And
Jamie.
Victor is Tyrion.
Hey, look, it's Jaime.
Jaime.
I really like him
Yes.
as an actor, man.
He's
He will
awesome.
always be my Numsi.
And for
Fuck,
me,
man. Because that's where I met him or saw him for the first time.
he'll
What?
always be Tywin Lannister.
Oh,
mean,
Tywin.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so
that
much
role
later,
made
though, for
him.
me. For me, because I saw him back in the 80s in Golden Child as that demon. And when Eddie Murphy calls him Noopsy, I was like, that's it. I
What?
fucking love that name. In the movie Golden Child, you watched it with me.
I did.
Yes. Oh, that's right. That was back when you were smoking crack, so you don't remember shit.
Oh, fuck you. That was probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
What, the crack smoking thing?
No,
I
that we
think-
watched it.
I got to be honest. I think that you began to remembering things better after I played with your boobs the first time. So I hit a switch somewhere that turned on your memory.
Oh my God.
Bye,
I
Snorty.
have a-
I'm
I
just
have
getting
abandoned the
silence
chat.
now. Pure
I'm ignoring
silence.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
ignoring
go.
You don't deserve my attention, sir.
In January 2025, Alexandre Desplat was
Desplat.
revealed to have composed the musical score, having previously worked with Del Toro on The Shape of Water and Pinocchio. By the way, I've said time and time again, and in the little making of video they have, he mentions the similarities between Pinocchio and Frankenstein. I'm like, yes, like it's thematically, there's so many similarities. And
They both just want to be normal.
well, one wants to be a boy and the other one wants to get laid. I don't know which one's which.
Oh boy. No, it's Frankenstein. Oh, this is so creepy when he demonstrates that he can revive that flesh with that arm, and the arm catches the apple.
Yeah, I do like this scene. I
No.
really do.
Now, let's be
Yeah, but
honest.
they all freak out.
Let's be honest. If he had done really that thing, he should be in jail instantly.
Oh yeah, it's a crime. It would have been a crime at that time in pretty much all of Europe to do that, and especially in Catholic nations, absolutely
Oh, yeah.
a crime. And I'm not saying that the Germanic countries were Catholic. I'm just saying the Germanic countries were Catholic. God, this is incredible. And I don't know, was that a person there? Because I didn't see how they did that effect. Did they have a person there, or is that basically animatronics?
They did show it that there was a person kneeling behind it and pulling a string to make the arm go up.
Oh no, he's a villain in that. He dies. Bond kills him in the chase scene. You don't see it. You do see it, but you don't see a close-up of him. But that's him that bites it during that last chase scene in the snow. But yeah, Dance was one of the goons. This version seems to have an extravagant shots. I wouldn't say extravagant. I would say just highly detailed, with great lighting, incredible fucking lighting.
Look,
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera movement and the lightning is awesome.
And calling the
Extravagant
sets
is-
nice is such an understatement. They are awesome.
Saying something is extravagant means that it's trying to go for something and going too far.
Yeah.
This doesn't. This is best way I can say this. Visually, it's sensual. It is just so beautiful to look at that I want to look at every detail, pause a scene, and just look at everything in it. It's that sumptuous.
The thing with the camera here is, I don't know if it was a personal perception. I think the camera is moved in a way that tries to simulate if you were there moving.
Yeah. It's organic. There's no question in the way that it's shot. So let's get into the history of this. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Development. In 2007, Del Toro said that a project which he, quote, would kill to make, end quote, would be a faithful Miltonian tragedy version of Mary Shelley's 1818 novel, Frankenstein, citing Frank Darabont's pretty much perfect script for Kenneth Branagh's 1994 film, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which it is. If they had shot Frank Darabont's script, that movie would be a masterpiece. But no, Kenneth Branagh wanted to make a film about how he's fucking this goth girl. So anyway, in January of 2008, he revealed, Del Toro, that he was then in the process of crafting drawings which he hoped to use as the basis for the world of the film. And that additionally, he had begun taking script notes, but stopped once the WGA strike started. The following month, Del Toro said of his vision, quote, "What I'm trying to do is take the myth and do something with it, but combining elements of Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein without making it just the classical myth of the monster. The best moments in my mind of Frankenstein of the novel are yet to be filmed. The only guy that has ever nailed for me the emptiness and not the tragic, not the Miltonian dimension of the monster, but the emptiness is Christopher Lee in the Hammer films." And actually, he was only in the main one, and with Peter Cushing. And it is my favorite Frankenstein film after Frankenstein, the True Story. And yes, before the Universal Hammer film, Universal monster film, the Hammer Frankenstein that was done with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing is my other favorite version of this film. So, or the character. Anyway, so that film, without making it just the classical myth of the monster, the best moments in my mind of Frankenstein of the novel are yet to be filmed. The only guy that has ever nailed for me the emptiness, not the tragic, was Christopher Lee in the Hammer films, where he really looks like something obscenely alive. Boris Karloff has the tragedy element nailed down, and that's true. But there are so many versions, including the great screenplay by Frank Darabont, that was ultimately not really filmed. And I'm guessing that that's what this film is also, as a nod to Frank Darabont's version of Frankenstein, which I do think is a superb version. Let me see if I can find the link. Yep. You can get it right here at archive.org. Here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and send this to you through the chat, and I'm going to give it to you, Martin, because I think you'd be interested in this. It is a PDF copy. Here you go, guys. It does come with illustrations by Bernie Rudson, right? Font.
Do it. Do it now.
Fine. I'm getting to it. Stop.
Jerry, this is the scene where the German actor talked about, where they had to eat pudding all the time, and he got so sick of it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
pudding was good, but they had to eat pudding for the whole day, for like shots again and again and again, and more takes, and they all.
That's
got so
why
sick of pudding.
I have heard from many actors in interviews that say it's better not use real food. It's better not show the characters eating, because
Yeah. That's why you see them so often sit in front of their plate and not touch it, which is annoying as viewer, but understandable when you know the actor.
Well, one of my favorite pranks is in Wolf of Wall Street, where what's his name, the fat actor, he's there with DiCaprio, and DiCaprio goes, "Do you want that last piece of sushi?" And the line was supposed to be, "Yeah, I'll take it." But to fuck with DiCaprio, he says, "No, you go ahead."
Oh.
And fucking the director just started laughing because they got him. So because that was shot, they said we may as well stick with that. And so they made him eat sushi for like 9 hours.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
And he had a
That
little bucket.
sucks.
Sometimes he spit into it, and sometimes he threw up into it. And every time he threw up, they would laugh. That was when actors get back at other actors. Keep wanting to say Seth Rogen. It's the guy that played Seth Rogen in that movie when they were in high school, about their high school years. And Rogen actually plays the cop in it. What is that guy's fucking name? Bad something.
Super bad.
Super Bad. The movie Super Bad. The fat kid that plays
Holy
young Seth
shit.
Rogen. What?
What?
I was looking up the German dude playing the younger brother
Yeah.
because his last name seemed so familiar. I knew him when he was a little kid because I know his parents. They're opera singers at the Vienna State Opera.
Well, contact him and bring him to the show.
Holy shit! That's Felix Kammerer, and he was born in Austria, but he worked in Berlin. I guess that's the reason why he doesn't sound Austrian. at all.
Why is his because his accent sounds ugly. He's got one of those typical
Oh, he sounds
ugly
German.
Yeah, he sounds German. Merman. Ethel Merman. Sounds like Ethel Merman.
Yeah, he went to Berlin when he was 20, and I guess he stayed in Germany.
I loved it
Because-
when what's his name? Jimmy, not Kimmel, the other Jimmy. The less asshole one that was from SNL.
I know. Oh God.
Does the Tonight Show. Anyway, he had Christoph Waltz on. He says, "Is it true that Germans don't have a sense of humor?" He goes, "No, that's not a fact. That's a law." He says, "Germans don't funny. Austrians are. Germans are not funny."
I knew him as a kid, Gambit, because he would
Man.
come to the opera with his parents, and I was working there. So yeah, I know little
I-
Felix.
Me too. I love Christoph Waltz, but I gotta admit he has been in two disappointing movies for me this year: Dracula and this.
I've not watched that movie. I won't watch it.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not going
Don't
to.
do it. Don't.
Do it. Don't do it.
Don't do
Make
it.
up your
no.
mind. Do it. Do it.
No.
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 Do it.
Or well, maybe you should, just so you can understand the depths of my horror.
Well, first of all, I saw the trailer, the full trailer for it, and I went, they stole from Bram Stoker's Dracula and decided to make it more gay.
Dude, you have
Like,
no
okay.
idea what they did.
So you told me they did a musical scene in or some shit.
Yeah, that is the least of the transgression.
So Christoph is great here because he's an amalgamation of two characters, and one being Victor's best friend, as well as the scientist who inspired him. And by the way, it is through this character that you see what would be considered at the time galvanism. And galvanism was illegal, which is the shit that he did in front of that board of doctors. When he did that scene, he's using galvanism, and absolutely that was a crime against God to do that. So he would, like Martin said, he would have been arrested for that shit. But Christoph, really in the end, I thought it was a huge mistake in the writing to give him syphilis and not use his brain, because the connection between the creature and Elizabeth makes no sense. Story-wise.
It
makes
does.
no sense because they have no connection. But if they had used her uncle's brain, then that would have made sense.
I know, but
connection.
I have my theory about it, and I will speak to it later.
Wait a minute. What do you? Because we don't know who that brain belonged to in the movie.
No,
So-
they never told it. You
we
never
don't
know. No.
So then, what the fuck are you on with here?
I went with who's writing and directing this. It's Del Toro. This is
Del
The
Toro.
Shape of Water all over again.
Oh man, you know I've never seen that movie, and I have zero interest in it. And I love Del Toro because all he did is he wanted to make his Creature from the Black Lagoon film. Universal said no, and that became The Shape of Water. And I'm like, that's why they said no, because the whole idea that she's fucking a gill man is just fucking weird.
Okay.
So anyway,
wait. Oh no, let's continue. We can talk that in private about the Shape of Water. But let it be known, I like Del Toro's work, and I like The Shape of Water. But there are things that people left out in their criticism of that relationship. That I will tell you.
Bestiality. It is bestiality.
No, it's not an animal. He's a sentient being.
Okay, so
and she is not entirely human.
Of another species. Oh, I didn't know about that.
She's product of a previous hybridization between one of him and a human.
Okay, so I'll watch the movie now because that makes more sense.
But that you only know that at the end, after everybody's saying "ew." So,
yeah. What? It's such a delicate.
Now, wait. The other thing is, and that was the shit that bothered me the most, is everybody in the sci-fi community. We have grown up seeing interspecies marriage in Star Trek, and then out of the sudden, oh no, interspecies marriage. Oh,
wait, what, whose marriage? I didn't catch whose marriage.
Interspecies marriages in sci-fi. We are used to it.
I don't know where that is in Star Trek.
Sarek and his wife.
Oh, okay. The Next Generation.
Amanda.
Yes. Okay.
Amanda, yeah. Right? Sarek and Amanda, and that's in the original series.
I had problems with that. I had problems with even though they're humanoid, the hosts for the Trill are humanoid. So Dr.
No, I'm talking about Spock's parents.
Oh, well, still humanoid. Vulcans.
How did we get to talking Star Trek here?
No, I know exactly the path this came from. How you're saying that, and I know you know too, because we were just talking about Elizabeth and the creature.
And the creature.
Then the creature from the other Del Toro film and the girl, and that led to Star Trek, where we started talking about interspecies relationship, which I think is really fucking weird. But I liked where they went in the movie, the sci-fi comedy that was a homage to Star Trek, where
Galaxy Quest,
Tony Shalhoub
with the
squids, and then you just hear Ensign Ricky. It's like,
that's man, right.
That's not right. That's just not right. And I'm like, there you go. He's us in that scene. All right, this is where he's going to take her confession, and he goes, "What could a dainty child like this confess?" And he is guilty of so many sins in this movie as a person. And I think it's interesting that Del Toro wanted him to be like the 1800s version of Keith Richards, who I think was just 5 when this story took place. Because Keith Richards is really fucking old. I think he is actually older than Sin.
Probably never going to die.
Yeah, when he
we have Queen.
Hi, Queen.
When he committed sins, Keith Richards, when he was young, they were just simply referred to as naughties. You were doing naughties against God. Queen, what is up? There were several artificial life forms in Star Trek. In Star Trek, yes. I'm not sure what you mean by episode because there are a lot of episodes. What is up, Queen? Good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Genghis is here. Oh, my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, dude? The Troy family. Yeah. Because still, her and Riker made sense because they are humanoid. she's humanoid. Beta Zeds are still humanoid.
She's a hybrid. Troy is a hybrid.
Yeah, she's half human, half Betazoid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I met her.
Yep.
Her and, by the way, Madrigal Barrett, Roddenberry. I met her and the two of them together when I was a guest artist because of the Star Trek art I did. And, all I got to say is her tits are amazing in person. They really are. And then I met Madrigal, and all I could say to her was like, your husband had such a massive impact on me that I can't even put it into words. All the things that what he did within Star Trek affected my life and how it did, because it's why I got interested in science. It's why I do that. I used to sit in a mirror to teach myself this, how to do this. When I was like 5.
Every nerd did that.
But I do it. And I can do the whole wiggle thing. But my kids, all of them do it too. Both my sons and my daughter, all of us do this. I genetically handed that down somehow. I don't know.
No.
Did they learn it from just seeing me do it? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably,
Zoe, yeah. Zoe like blew my mind because she's like, Dad, I can do that. And I went, of course you can. I can do it. I said, you are basically a carbon copy of me, but with a vagina and boobs. And oh my God, last night she fucking calls me. And she calls me, she's on the fucking toilet. And
Again?
she stands up. She puts the fucking phone on the ground, stands up and wipes her girly parts. And I'm like, what are you doing? I can see you. She goes, you're my dad. And I'm like, I still don't want to see it. It's my daughter. My daughter's an idiot just like me.
Like you said, she's a copy of you. The only parts she got from her mom are the female bits.
Yep, the female bits. And the clumsiness she got from her too. Because she is a klutz. I told you, the most common thing I would hear from her, and she'll tell you when we're together again. I'll go, hey, honey, what was the most common thing I'd hear from the back room? I'm okay. All I would hear was just bump, bump. I'm okay. All the time. Clang, 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 clang. Oh, crap. I'm okay.
I'm kind of a klutz myself, so I can relate to that.
Yeah, I've caught that with you.
But I'm down to one drinking glass because I kept knocking them off the counter and I was in the kitchen bare feet.
So is she like into necrophilia or something? Like her fascination with death is so weird in this movie. It really is.
Yeah, that's one of my issues, that the bond makes no sense between those two.
Well, if they had gone with what should have been Clavel, what should have been that brain that got used, that would explain her connection. It absolutely would. It would explain the connection, that because she has a connection with her uncle.
Yeah.
And oh my God. All right, look, I've got a
Who
couple
is
of knives
played
here.
by Christoph Waltz, by the way.
Do you need these? Kitty?
Dude,
My knives are dull as fuck, so.
Don't.
No.
I like kitties, and you know that. But I do like to say
I know, but
things.
by showing the knife, YouTube can punish us.
Use a spoon. It'll hurt more.
Oh my God.
Well,
why a spoon, cousin? Why not a knife?
It doesn't let me go on camera.
Hurt
It
more,
worked.
which leads.
She's all the
to
way
a-
back there. Can you see her?
Oh, by my painting. That's nice.
Yep.
She's got good taste in art, even though she broke it before. But no, remember what the other line is when he does kill his cousin? He says, "Wow, isn't it great? At least I didn't use a spoon."
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do this.
Hi, Zach.
Running from something, sir. And then he crashed into a DUI checkpoint, committed 10 felonies, and not to mention FUing a room full of cops.
You FU me all the time.
Fuck you, Kyle!
We're
There you go. Happy Saturday, Zax. Good to see you, buddy. Mads would have been a good second choice for Frankenstein in this film. Mickelson, hell yeah. Man, that guy could play anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this new movie, Dust Bunny. I totally am.
Yes.
I can't figure out what the fuck is going on here. Is it like monsters or this scene is so fucking wild when he sits up. This is a great thing too they use in this.
Mav, why are you not here?
Because he just finished his own show. It's late. It's after midnight for him.
Using the revolution, the war, as a backdrop to this is really good. So you get all these fucking bodies.
Not only that, they use the end of the conflict as a way to impose a deadline to Victor's work. Because that conflict was the thing that was providing with money to the uncle.
I wanted to go back just here for a second because if you notice, those are the same kind of windmills used in the original Frankenstein. And I think that was intentional. Well, we love you, buddy.
I would have loved to get his opinion on this movie, though.
Quickly, Mephisto, give us your opinion in the chat.
Now.
Do it now.
But either in the chat or just hop on for it.
Hey, look, Gambit.
That would be great.
Look, that happens with guys sometimes. Sometimes they just can't.
Oh my God. You really don't like having a YouTube channel, do you?
I do, but I like testing limits. That sculpture I would fucking love to have on my wall, man. It's a bas relief, but I fucking love it.
Looks like the mouth of Veritas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bocca della Verità.
Well,
Yes.
there's also a hint of what's her name? The ancient Medusa.
Yeah, the Gorgon.
The Gorgon. By the way, I like that movie. Hammer's the Gorgon. Good film.
Oh, we haven't mentioned the angel yet.
Well, they showed the angel earlier talking to him or communicating with
In
him.
his dream, it
Yeah.
became alive. Yeah, but he was praying to that angel as a kid. And we believe, Gary and I, that this is the Archangel Raphael because he's related to medics, doctors, amongst other traits. But
Probably.
that would make sense.
Probably.
If it was Raphael.
Probably. Sometimes we just have to put the wrong emphasis, or I mean we got to put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. That's it.
No, in the Pacific syllable.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to join us, Sax. You know that.
Yeah, do you want to jump on with us, man? Martin can send you an invite. I can too. If Martin doesn't have you, because you're friends with him, aren't you?
I don't know.
I am.
Let me. Oh, can you do it, hon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check. How can I find you on X, Sax? Just like that, Sax?
Man.
Yeah. I think. Yes, I can send him an invite.
I'm already on it.
Okay.
Well, I brought this up a little bit ago, Queen, before you got here. That when Victor goes in front of the board of doctors to show them his galvanistic experiment, he absolutely would have been thrown in prison for that. They wouldn't have even hesitated because what he was doing was illegal at the time and was considered an abomination and a sin against God. But it's still a cool fucking scene. So that was another historical fuck up in the movie. That one too, and you weren't here when I was talking about this, is when he goes hunting the creature at the end, he buys a bunch of dynamite. Well, that's impossible because dynamite won't be around for another 10 years.
Well, if Kevin Costner Robin Hood could have made bombs, I believe this.
Oh,
I sent you
man.
the link
It's
on
the best-
Facebook, Sex.
That's the best joke in Robin Hood Men in Tights is when he says, well, at least my Robin Hood has a proper English accent. Because they're making fun of Kevin Costner not having an English accent, or kind of a minimalist one at the beginning. Henry tries to escape, but the monster gets hold of him, throws him down from there. And it's so funny because the creature changes his mind about Henry in the second film. And you go live. We belong dead. And then the other scientist, he goes, you stay. Frank, I'm telling you, Boris Karloff nailed the fucking dialogue in that film. It sounds like such retarded dialogue, but it's delivered so fucking believingly. Like, he meant every word. I love that. Well, in the book, he doesn't complete making the bride. What ends up happening is the girl, the maid, that was killed, just like in Frankenstein, a True Story, they got that from the book, that she dies, and so he wants a bride. So he's making this bride with his friend Clavel, and while doing it, he begins to ponder the concept of this creature propagating, making children to, basically invade the world with these monsters. And he can't do it. It's one of his first steps to morality as a character is destroying this thing. But the creature sees it. The creature sees it, and in revenge kills Elizabeth. Now, all of that gets taken out of here, and I know why, is because this film is designed to make the creature a protagonist. And Frankenstein, due to his rock star status, is an antagonist until he ceases to be one at the end, where he finally realizes what he's done. Now, this is one that's crazy, is he gets so upset here that...
Can I point out a flaw in his logic before we move on to this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because he didn't need to destroy the bride. He could have just left the uterus out. He's a surgeon.
Yeah. Well, Mary Shelley wasn't.
What's that?
Mary Shelley wasn't. So she...
Yeah, but even back then, she would have been able to do some research. And even back then, it probably was a thing for women who were sick to have their uterus taken out.
I'm sure that if he was putting everything in place, that he could have absolutely done a...
Just leave it out, yeah.
Done a complete bitubal ligation, even, would have worked. I'm not talking about the removal. He just, tie it off or twist it off. And
some years later, the two creatures appear to Frankenstein. Now make us a son.
Make us babies.
Yeah.
And Frankenstein's like, hold on a second. Do you mean turn you two into babies? Or do you mean make babies for you? It's important to understand nuances in what you say.
Great Austrian in this still here.
I love this guy. I really do. And if it weren't for a director who I'm very writer-director I'm very critical of, Quentin Tarantino, that opening scene to that movie is a movie by itself, and I think it's the best part of that movie, where he's in that French house, which, by the way, is this quasi remake of another movie. That whole opening scene, but I fucking love that scene, and Christoph Waltz is an incredible fucking actor.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
consider him, he's in my top 20 actors of all time. Because I think there's so few people that can pull off the comedy, the madness, and the drama that he can do. I mean, he can do it all.
Pure talent.
And in one film, he did all of that. You know, because like when he plays that Austrian traveling, I can't remember what the fuck he's doing.
In Django?
In Django Unchained. His character does all three. And it's like, he's incredible, man. I shit you not. He's the best part of Django Unchained. And I got to admit it, DiCaprio is really fucking good too. Talk about a guy dedicated to his work. Sliced his fucking hand open and on camera and continues doing the scene. And didn't worry about getting medical treatment until afterward. In fact, he uses the blood in the scene, which is funny.
Yeah,
so
he
this
just
is
felt
where
his death.
they just
He should have
they
used
just
that
had the
brain.
fight.
No, that brain's become puree.
Well,
Yeah,
they should
that's
have
like-
had the character be syphilitic. I thought that was stupid. You know, it's
Yeah.
he completely removes what could have been a great plot point within the story, which is
An explanation for the connection, because there's no
the
explanation for
connection
that.
between
Why?
Elizabeth, because it makes no sense. That connection between the two, like what? She's so dead inside that she connects with things that were dead. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of goths, but my God, she's good in this part as Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And I like the fact
another
that
thing.
she's killed not by the creature but by Victor, because in the
No.
book,
She's killed by herself. She's stupid. She
No,
put
he
herself
shouldn't
in
have
the
pulled that
path
trigger.
of the bullet.
He shouldn't have pulled that trigger. And I disagree with you there.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have pulled that trigger. That was a crime and it was wrong. And he should have known better. And she was in front of him and he pulled. She jumps in front of him, he yells, and then pulls the trigger and it's over.
Also, she's
You
not
know?
Victor's fiance in this. She's his brother's wife to be.
And he dies there too.
That's another change he made. Yeah.
I love the fact that the brother calls him a monster as he's dying.
Well-
like it's the last thing he says. You are the monster.
He is.
Masculinity is beautiful. I don't think the word beautiful, I mean, you got to remember, before the advent of film, beautiful was a term used for men and handsome was the word used for women. That's a fact.
Really?
Yes.
It's not the other way around.
Nope. Beautiful for men, handsome for women. Film, the era of film, it changed, it flipped, and it's weird. Oh, this is cool.
Look at that light.
Because he thought he failed. And then he's standing at the end of his bed that look like a fucking newborn. Like, who are you? Oh, hold on. Go back to that one. My God, is not really a great actress. I don't think she's very good at all, but she's good in this.
Yeah.
Just every once in a while, you get a film. It's like Aquafina. And I cannot stand that bitch. But God damn it, she was good in Renfield. She was born to play that fucking crazy bitch in that movie. And I'm serious. This kid, if they have to recast him, because I believe that this is the end of James Gunn. With everything I've read and seen, my prediction is Guns out. Guns out. Anyway, so I think he's going to be fired. And because they lost a lot of money. They really did. And some idiot the other day, Keith sent it to me. Keith's like, look at this, Gary. Look at this. And I watched the video, and the guy talking is a complete buffoon. And so I actually commented on it. Keith. There's Keith. So yeah, Keith sends me this video to watch, and he writes. Here, I'm going to share my screen just for a second here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Add to stage. Oh, got to remove it. Then add to stage. There we go. Come on. God, it's so slow. What the fuck?
What is up? What?
I'm trying to add my other screen, and it keeps doing that. There we go. So this is what Keith sent me. This video that says, "Is a movie a failure if it doesn't make money? Let's debate this." So this guy's debate. Anyway, Keith says, "Look, I don't know these guys or the show they have, or if this is some kind of joke, but this is one of the dumbest clips we have, and for fucking edit yourself, Keith. Jesus Christ, make me edit your fucking letters for you. For the foreseeable future, living in a time where the entertainment industry is for profit. The false comparison between a film and this is what he says, he compared to art. He says that, did somebody ask Van Gogh if his art painting was a success? And I'm like, that's the dumbest comparison I've ever fucking heard in my life. It really is. And so I'm the first person to comment on their video. I wrote, that's a terrible comparison. Comparing between a painting and a motion picture. A movie not only has financial backers that are at the studio that they have to worry about, it also has investors and shareholders backing the studio. Why? Because they want to have a return on their investments. It is a wholly different animal than a single artist and his painting. And you can't make a comparison of the two. And I don't know where this fucking guy comes from. It's the YouTube channel. I don't know what their names are, but that was a fucking idiotic argument. Let's debate. Like, okay, where's your debate? You made a stupid statement. That's not a debate. It's not stupid to me. Well, no, because apparently you're stupid. Comparing movies to a painting. Do you think people worried about, Van Gogh and his people worried about whether the painting was a financial success? I think they would have liked it to have been, dumbass. Yeah. Van Gogh died in abject poverty. His brother took care of him until his fucking death, you dumbass. Or as William Shatner would say, double damn us on you. So I told Keith that I responded, but you need to go back and respond to them with what you said, because his argument's exactly the same as mine. That's why Keith and I are such good friends, because we think the same way about film. So anyway, by the way, this trailer looks really good if you haven't seen it. The Rise of Merlin.
Okay, let's go back to
based on a book series. Based on a book series. I added it to the page and it's no longer added.
Because you did it at the same time, I guess?
I don't know.
What the freak? That's better.
And I'm telling you, if he beefed up a little bit, this dude would be perfect. And he's like, what, 6'4", 6'5", some shit like that?
I don't know.
Perfect for Superman. Because
really
it's almost
tall.
the same height as Reeve. Yeah. Christopher Reeve, I think, was 6'4". (6'3". Wow, he was the same height as me. I thought he was taller than me. This scene I fucking
6'5".
love.
He's 6'5".
Well, I have 3 different things here. One celebrity thing says 6'3". The other one says 6'4".
I get 6'5" on everything. Wikipedia even says 6'6".
I'm not on Google, so I'm going to go to Google.
Oh, I hope they don't cast him as Batman, because
No,
he will be a better Superman.
Guys, here's a
Absolutely.
quote from Jacob Elordi, where he says, I was super nervous about telling people my height, so I used to try and pass as like 6'2" or 6'3", but I'm actually 6'5".
Well, yeah, because being too tall can have an effect on your career too.
That's his
That
height.
makes sense. So this is what Google says, honey. I need my hand to stop shaking.
I don't care what Google says. I just read you part of an interview. If he says that, it's true.
That he was 6'5". Oh, Christopher
Trying
Reeve
to
was
pass
saying
as
that he's
short, which
6'5".
is
Okay, I thought you
No.
were talking about Elordi because
Jacob
we were talking about
Elordi.
Elordi at that moment. Yeah, what
No,
was,
I was
I'm
talking about
Christopher
Elordi.
Reeve. I'm talking about
Okay.
Christopher Reeve's height
Okay.
because I got 3 different measurements for him, and one was 6'3", one was 6'3.5", and the other one was 6'4".
That's weird.
So here's an image of the comparisons. Christopher Reeve and David Cornsweet are both exactly 6'4". Brandon Routh is a little shorter at 1.89 meters, and Henry Cavill is the shortest at 1.85 meters.
He still nailed the part, if you ask me.
He's 6'1", so he's actually shorter than me.
But I absolutely
Well-
believe Elordi could be Superman.
Yeah, I do too. I absolutely do. He physically nails it in the face. Want AI, I don't want simulation. I want old-fashioned
Yeah,
craftsmanship,
okay.
people painting buildings, hammering, plastering. No, I'm right there with you when it comes to filmmaking. That's what Guillermo del Toro does here is he's built these fucking sets.
Yeah.
And if they're
We
not
talked about
sets,
that in the
they're
beginning.
miniatures. It's gorgeous. And that's why this movie is so sumptuous, is you have so much to look at. These, I absolutely believe, were inspired by the catacombs used in the 1931 Dracula.
Yeah, that could be.
No, I absolutely believe it because he is such a Universal Monster fan. When I saw these, that's immediately what goes into my mind is the catacomb where Dracula hid. His and his little wives' caskets.
Oh, up to this point, the only word he's been saying was Victor, and that annoyed Frankenstein.
And now
that he wasn't learning
it's
words.
Elizabeth. Now
Which
it's
annoys him
Elizabeth.
more.
Yeah.
Because when he says, just say one word other than my name, and
I will
stop
spare you.
doing-" Yeah.
I-
And he goes, Elizabeth.
No,
And
first he
because
says
he goes,
Victor,
"Fuck
and he gets
it."
annoyed and walks away. And as Frankenstein walks away, the creature says Elizabeth. And he's like, what the fuck?
okay, you just sealed your fate. You dare spoke
Yeah.
her name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotten so bad now. Some people say, I spot it when, like, I would say I could probably catch about 95% of the AI that's out there. But man, they put out those pictures yesterday of some of the cast from the X-Men films in costume. And they're trying to pass it off as if they're in this new movie. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this looks like AI. And then he goes, AI's gotten so good, I can't tell if it is or isn't. And I'm like, I think that's AI. I don't think that's them.
No,
It doesn't-
you
it doesn't
still
look
can
like it.
tell. Still can tell.
Well, things are too perfect.
Oh, I'll
in
be
the
back.
shot.
Animal,
I'll be back.
take care.
And he lies about the death of the uncle and says the creature
Yeah.
killed him. That pissed me off.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like that. Also, she
Absolutely
must have known
agree,
that he
Queen.
was sick.
Yeah, the fucking treatment for syphilis at the time was mercury.
Taking
And it's like,
mercury. That will make
which
you
will
even
fucking
sicker.
kill you. It
Yeah.
will kill you too, you know?
But that was all before antibiotics. There was nothing they could do really to treat that. And it was a horrible death because it would begin eating your bones.
I love that scene when she's walking down the stairs because that's classic gothic horror. And it's reminiscent of the other film that he did called Crimson Peak, which I think that's also a beautiful film.
I know, they do. And it sucks.
I do like this scene where he breaks his chains.
Oh yeah, when the whole castle is on fire. I like when he's putting the leaves on that little stream that's under the castle. Because that's how he figures out his way out of this, because they go away.
Okay, I'm back.
And one of the things that Del Toro was impressed with him, everybody would leave the set and there would be only him and this kid. And the kid would be up there off by himself somewhere, just sort of sitting, looking around. And so Elordi said, he says, it was so beautiful working in here. And I could just sort of lose myself in it. And he loved working on this soundstage. He says, it was just wonderful working on the set. And he didn't want to leave. And then when they started shooting outside for exteriors, he actually was super excited to not be in the costume anymore, which he refers to as the cave. The costume itself is a cave. And so he, when he got back into the costume, at first he was worried that he wasn't going to like going back into costume. He was kind of like avoiding it. And then when it was time, he put the costume back on. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I was back in my cave. And it was wonderful.
Liked it, yeah.
He loved being in
though.
that costume.
The actors would go out to dinner and ask him if he wanted to join them. And he said, no, I have to be in mask for my costume at 10 p.m. because it took 10 fucking hours to put that thing on, to glue all the plastic to him. So that was just nice. He was sleeping in the chair, getting the stuff on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Zach's. Because I know you messaged Zach's.
Yeah, but he hasn't seen it yet. Apparently he doesn't. No, I was talking about the Elordi and the insane amount of hours that he spent getting his stuff on. His stuff was a full body thing, in the beginning at least.
I'll have to check that out, buddy. Well, the odd thing with Jacob Elordi is he actually has very similar bone structure around his cheeks and forehead.
And the long limbs.
That is very reminiscent of Boris Karloff. But Boris Karloff has a deeper voice than him. This young actor, Elordi, has a very youthful voice. But I think what they did with the voice is interesting because he'd been practicing doing ritual sounds, like from India and Asia, and trying to get that sound. And he said, but once they put the teeth in, that's what made the voice in the film.
Yeah.
So the voice you hear is caused by the fitting of those teeth.
May I interject?
Yeah,
here?
man. Right here. Go
Dude,
ahead. Bud.
The voice and the whole character. I have some pictures to show afterwards. The voice reminds me a lot of the voice of Luke Goss, especially in Hellboy 2. Luke Goss, who has worked obviously with Guillermo, but not only that, Luke Goss was the creature in the 04 two-part miniseries of Frankenstein, and they look
what series?
Very close.
Whose version of Frankenstein? Who?
2004. It's a miniseries, two-part miniseries. I have the pictures ready here.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Pop them up, but I want to find this.
Lame excuses, Sax. Lame
Part
excuses. Yard
of
work.
part Frankenstein 2004. I don't know if I've seen this, and I want to see it if I haven't seen it. Because I want to watch every version of good Frankenstein.
Oh, we can. I can arrange that. Look at that.
Wait. I got to get back to the studio. Hold on. Oh, that's really good. That's very similar to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, clearly inspired by Bernie Wrightson's artwork.
Now see the comparison. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, your fucking internet sucks.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
The scary thing about this creature is, one, he can't die. He's indestructible. And two, his
That's not
strength.
scary. That was dumb.
It was dumb, yeah. But that's what makes him scary. That and his strength. So they
What
didn't need
they
the
should
looks
have
to be
done
that scary.
is that
Here's
like
the
with
new.
Blade Runner, they should have had like Rachel in the happy ending, that he's not, if he gets shot or his head cut off, gets shot in the heart or anything like that, it could kill him. But if he's left to his own device, I'm telling you, dude, they almost look like the same actor.
I just found that a fun fact.
I like Luke Goss. Luke Goss really
He
knows
should
how to
have
play
a
villain.
better career.
Yeah, he plays villains so well. He's like natural, takes natural to it. So let's get back over to the chat. Playing Frankenstein's creation was the most demanding role for Jacob Elordi's career. He spent up to 10 hours a day in the makeup chair, very expensive, and he psychologically was into this character too. He really got into playing him. Makeup, yeah, absolutely. Director Del Toro says he came to believe Elordi was superhuman. Never once did he come to me and complain. Yeah, I read that too in an interview with him, where he said that of him, and he says he's the only actor I've ever worked with that didn't complain to me, because every actor complains. There's always something they have to complain about. And Elordi was just this guy that just did his job and shut the fuck up. And you got to admire that, man. That's good work ethic.
Oh, this is so insane. The blowout from the house that fucks up his leg. We had to watch it like 3 times because Gary found it so cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
when his leg gets separated, I was like, holy shit. And I rolled it back and I'm like, oh my God. And then I even paused on it going, I looked at that wound and I'm like, that's amazing how they did that.
Because that is just hanging on by skin. There's no way of saving that.
Yeah, skin is holding it on. The bone and muscle is like gone between them. I'm like, that was fucking bad.
And that is also something that Del Toro added, because the original Frankenstein is complete, but this one has a prosthetic leg.
All right,
going on.
I keep hearing Facebook. I'm starting to get irritated. Where am I hearing Facebook from?
Why is Facebook closed for doing a show?
Oh, it's on the wrong fucking browser. That's why. Because Keith sends me stuff that I get, and when I click on it, it takes me to Microsoft
Edge,
their browser. Edge. Yeah, and that's what was in the background. I'm like, why am I not seeing anything? Because it hides.
I don't like Edge.
Or in silent pictures.
Oh.
You went full silent there.
Yeah.
Who did?
You, Gary.
Well, yeah, because I was reading.
I have no idea what you just said.
I actually don't talk when I read.
No, I didn't say silent. I say Cylon.
Yeah.
Oh. Colonial vipers. Dead ahead.
Yeah.
That's the shot you were talking about. That was probably done in a tank.
Now this one, Yeah, CG to look like it was in a real environment. Also, when he falls through the ice by the ship. This is a scene where he was talking about in an interview that he had just gotten back in his costume, and they did this scene, and he says, "And this water was full of like really gross stuff and glass." And he says, "What?" And Del Toro wants them to get in there, but again, did it without complaint.
But he had latex all over his face, so that helped.
And I love what they did for the body. It's just really cool. The
I don't. I
patchwork.
hate it. Looks like Nebula.
Well, it looks to. Well, yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, it kind of looks like Nebula, but that's not a bad thing to me. But I like the patchwork because it shows how he was pieced together like a puzzle.
Yeah, but without stitches, I hated that. Oh, I developed a technique I don't have to stitch, motherfucker.
So anyway, in a story where you bring life back from death, I'm like, if you can do that, I'll accept whatever you say.
Yeah,
but
that's going
this
to
is
be
one of my
super
favorite.
glue.
He's out in the fucking woods now, and he begins to see dead bodies, as I recall, soldiers from the war, and he steals one of the coats.
That's the bodies that Frankenstein used, and he disposed of them, but just throwing them in the forest.
Right.
What's left of them.
So he steals a coat off of one of those bodies, and it's really gross when you look at that fucking coat.
Wait. I need your opinion on this particular matter.
Okay.
I was talking about this movie with boyfriend of one of my daughters, and he's a big fan of Guillermo del Toro and his mother too. But his mother is so squeamish, and he's telling me, my mom is so big a fan of Guillermo that she didn't care when he's carrying all the body parts to dispose of them. I said yes, because that scene, as grotesque as it is treated almost like a comedy. He's so casually doing the thing that you don't get horrified by what you're doing. I don't know if you feel the same, because I think if you put comedic music when he's sweeping all the body parts, it would fit with the way Oscar Isaac is body language when he's doing it.
And this is, I pause it here because this is the Hamlet finding the skull of poor Yorick.
Yeah,
I fucking like that shot. You know,
the thing that you enjoyed most though was how the spine has deformed the coat, the back of the coat. Yeah,
exactly, because you can see the spine of the dead guy.
Under it.
Yes, imprinted on the leather.
Now, clearly, they didn't use real deer because that's a CG deer. But I still like this scene because I like how he feeds himself and feeds by hand this deer. And that is what a 6 point, looks like a 6 point buck. No, more. 8 point buck. It's 8 point. Because I couldn't see it because of the tree, but then when I look, I'm like, yeah, there's another one there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's
that's
8
not an elk,
points.
Queen. That is not an elk.
I don't know. I didn't like this interaction.
Boris Karloff had false teeth, and somebody told him to take them out for the first Frankenstein. That's probably why it's extra gaunt.
Maybe, yeah, that would have made his face super gaunt. And he wasn't talking in that one, so.
Noises like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the shots of him in this fucking coat, and it absolutely, again, right from Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein.
Now, there's another thing taken right out of those pages. I only seen those pages today. So now I can understand. I still don't like it in the movie, but I know, but I understand why he's doing it, and it's the way in which Adam is always moving his fingers.
Yeah,
it is not natural, but it reflects the drawings.
Yeah, because the drawings, his hands are always in weird poses, and I always like that. Bertie does great fucking, just crazy exaggerated hand poses. The only other person I think that did it as well as him is someone that worked with him, is Frank Frazetta.
Hmm.
And a lot of you probably don't know this, but when Hal Foster hired him, as well as other publishers of comic strips in newspapers, Frank was the stand-in artist. He didn't get his name up in the fucking byline for the comic strip. The creator did, and he was hired, as an artist, and then he would ask his friends as he was getting close to deadlines to step in and help him. And who were those two artists that he talked to? Bertie Wrightson and Al Williamson. And then apparently they also would do the same with him, that they would step in with each other's work to help finish it, because the deadlines were insane back then. And one artist would do like the trees, one artist would do the background, and the main artist would do the characters, Frank Frazetta, or on the other guys too. I also like the way they set this up. And Anima was like, wait, those are printed. How does he know? Actually, I promised that I would start doing Arnold. How does he know what it sounds like when I do Anima to do Arnold as her voice? So, what is he doing? How could he see that he's blind? How does he know that's a bee? And I said, because they're textured. The print that they use right here on these little cards, he's feeling them with his fingers. So he knows what's on the card.
That's another thing that I didn't like, is that they have wolves kill the old man.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I would have preferred he would have gone with the book version, that he saves the girl from drowning. And that pisses the head off. I would have much preferred that.
Because it's how he gets shot.
Yeah.
They think he's drowning her when he's actually, saving her. But they did leave it. This is the book. This is book accurate, that he was cutting wood for them, and then he began repairing their fences and such. And they show both of those things, which I liked. And I love that when he puts the fence post down, you see him with his own hand knocking that fucking fence post down into the fucking earth. And I thought that was great.
There you go.
I really enjoyed that.
He's doing it.
Yeah, right, that's it right there. That's it. I fucking love that, because he does everything at night when they're asleep.
So he becomes the spirit of the forest.
The old man is the guy from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, wolves do not act that way. Wolves are skittish. Wolves are very skittish. And
not if they're very, very hungry.
If they're hungry, yeah, but when
dangerous.
they get attacked by somebody like him, they would absolutely fucking beat feet out of there. And that's just the way wolves are, because they realize this person's a massive threat. We're not hurting him. Go. We'll come back when he's not here. Because wolves are good hunters, but they're also really good scavengers. In fact, there are rats around there that they could be living off of.
Well, the wolf had a problem there. You know what the problem is? The creature is standing between them and the only exit. They're fucked.
That's true. That is true. Because they had to run around him, but he didn't stop them once they decided to run. And I like that he didn't continue the fight.
Well,
but that's the other bad thing.
He was more concerned about his friend.
Why did they go into the house when they had all that fucking food outside?
Oh, because at that point there were no sheeps. Remember, the whole family left because of the winter, and
taking the sheep to market or
so
something.
They took the sheep. Okay, yeah.
I find odd how they say, "Oh, Grandpa, we have to go because we're not going to survive the winter. I will stay." Okay, Grandpa.
There are 2 book series that I read because of Frank Frazetta. Tarzan. There's 3. There's 3. John Carter, Tarzan, and Conan the Barbarian. In fact, the book that has the story, The Usurper, which was used in the movie Conan the Barbarian, with the giant snake and all that shit, That absolutely was one of my favorite books because it's the painting of him standing chained over his legs are over top of this giant fucking snake, and it's turning its head around to him. And fuck, I love that painting. Frank Frazetta knew how to capture fucking action and drama. Well, they did that in the book too, because when he finally comes in, it's because they were gone. That he comes in and he starts talking to him.
Yeah, but
And
they were gone in daily affairs. In this movie, they
they're
just
gone for
go.
lengthy periods, yeah.
But he's used to that. He says it like every winter.
Oh, absolutely. That wolf. I fucking love that wolf. And it made me angry when they killed him. But the good news is in real life, those two wolves lived on a preserve for the rest of their lives, and they have markers. If you want to go to their reserve, there are markers there for them. And they were gorgeous little fucking wolves, man.
What was the name that he gave the wolf? Socks?
Two socks.
Yeah, socks.
Two socks, yeah. I love that.
You know, I haven't seen that yet. And is it any good? Because I love Paul Schrader. I'm a big fan of Paul Schrader.
I liked it. I told you that you should watch it. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but I do like that movie.
Yeah, I'm sure Mark sent it to me. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies sitting in there waiting for me to open by email that he sent me. Isaac was good and oh yeah, okay. Frank knew how to get the mood. Well, one of the things that he created was how to depict physical action and make it feel like something really dynamic is happening. And the rule that he created was if you want to show action, don't show the second leg.
Or not completely.
You can have a hint of it, you know, like the one with the Vikings on the mountaintop fighting is one of my favorites, where you have guys leaning and one leg is missing because it's off, you know, not there for you to see. And it puts the characters off balance, which gives you visual action. No blurring. Don't need to do that. Yeah, if you didn't know, that is it's Doctor Who, and he doesn't remember where he put the TARDIS.
I don't think he was trusting, though. I think he could feel the innocence of the creature.
No, he knew. He knew that it was the creature all along because he said, "You've been living all this time in the."
He's been aware of him. Yeah, you see him at one point do this towards the wall. Then his head goes up, and watch his nose go like this. He smells him.
He knew he was there. Yeah.
He senses him, and he smells him.
When he touches his face, he thinks he's a traumatized soldier. So he's even kinder to him. This is not a bad person. This is just somebody who's been
also
through
because
something horrible.
The blind man himself states in the story that in the film that he once took a man's life.
Yeah.
And it changes you. And what's amazing to me too is this film does something a lot of films skirt away from, talking about God. And this film is chock full of God in so many different moments.
The angel?
The angel, and when he creates him, what is he on? He at first is on a crucifix. Then it becomes like a peace sign with the Y. But when it starts out, he's got his arms extended like a crucifix. I love this when he finds this letter, because that is how it happens in the book. He finds the letter and learns everything about how he was created.
Not just the letter, his whole journal.
Yeah, the journal.
And he's able to read now. So now he finds out who he is, what he is.
See Dick run. See Jane follow. This is another favorite moment because that's a photo of his face while he was being put together.
Yeah, that's right.
And we look through the photo at we can see his face with the glass plate photo. Oh man, I fucking loved it. I love the visuals in this. I think he was in 1830. Was now I got to go check.
There
have-
are two editions.
18 and
1816,
1835.
no, 1816 and 1835. And the blind man is in both.
Yeah, the second
Okay,
edition,
so-
she took out some of the
Gore.
violence. Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the gore. And she finally got her name on the 1818 version.
And according to the desires of the time, she added a gratuitous sex scene. Oh wait, no, that was Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he was being sacrilegious, which in a period of time when you couldn't do that in public, which is why again, what he did with that galvanism, showing that robotic-looking human that he brought back with electricity, was he would have been imprisoned and probably flogged,
Executed.
or possibly even executed for it, like
Yeah.
burned. Like that was, it wasn't that fucking far from when they burned Joan of Arc.
Yeah, which is precisely the explanation why, in all recounts of the story, Victor works in secrecy.
Yeah, I know.
At his
I mean,
apartment.
they do freak out. They do freak out when he demonstrates that.
Yeah, but they would have done more than that. They would have ordered his arrest.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, the hunters just are terrible. They keep shooting him for no fucking reason.
Because he doesn't fall. That's
And-
why they keep shooting.
And the guy runs at him and he sticks that fucking sickle into him. And I'm like, that thing went fucking deep. And he grabs that guy, and you don't really see what he does. You hear what he does with the sound of wet
Welching?
crunching. And it's like, ooh, he just fucking, he didn't just murder that man. He murdered the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah. Or as they like to say, he brutally murdered him. It's always
brutally.
brutal. Are you kidding me?
I would love to see that in a movie going, where a killer hears that brutally murdered. He goes, I killed him softly, like I smothered him with a pillow.
right.
I didn't brutally, like I didn't hit him with anything. So how do you call it? Because it's still murder, fuckhead.
Yeah.
You take the life of another human being without justification. It's just fucking brutal murder, no matter how nice you were.
No, it's just murder.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to stab you so many times. I hope you forgive me. This is another great scene with the mask coming off the angel.
Saying, surprise, motherfucker.
That's right. Oh, that'd be funny. The black dude from Dexter, like, surprise, motherfucker. Put that face over there. Well, if you read it, you'll know that galvanism is brought up in there. And so there's a mixture of a lot of the stuff. Electricity plays a huge part, which is one of the things I kind of like that they did differently with Mary Shelley, Frankenstein by Branagh, is that this time they used solar energy.
No, that wasn't the true story.
Was that in the true story? What did they use in
Yeah,
Frankenstein?
the true story. Frankenstein, he uses electricity by lightning and electric eels.
That was what he did differently, using electric eels, because they got a lot of fucking energy.
Oh, yeah.
You excite them and they just start generating.
And they say to you, surprise, motherfucker.
That's right.
I hate this scene with a passion.
This is the night of the wedding, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And again, in order to make him more of a protagonist in this story, the creature tells him, I came here to ask you for a mate. And he goes, what, make more of you? So you can make more of you? why would I do that? And because he just disdains this creature.
Yeah, that was
He-
a shortcut out of the book, but a shortcut nonetheless, because Victor has that same realization, but when he's building the body, now he has it, and you can skip all that sequence, which is necessary because if not, the movie would have been 3 hours and something.
Yeah, because they just don't need to have this, because then you got to show, well, whose body? It was the maid's, housemaid. So, well, this isn't a rushed scene per se, Queen, because they cut out a lot of exposition here with building the bride, and instead made it the wedding night for Elizabeth and his brother. I just got his brother's name.
William.
William, thank you. Guillaume.
Shouldn't be Willem.
Oh, by the way, I like that they showed that people of that level in society would speak French in their daily lives, because it was considered sophisticated. It was court language in Vienna.
It bothers me that they moved the
Austria.
location again to freaking England.
Well, it does in the book. They travel from Europe to England constantly in the book, back and forth. And
England
the
is in Europe?
It's not continental.
Well, continent.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the British like to refer to themselves as European, but a lot of Europeans don't see England as, or Great Britain as really European.
That is not true. Living in Europe, I can tell you that is not
I guess
true.
what I saw and heard never happened. I'm just imagining things. Okay. So disappointed they didn't have a female creature in this. Well, you kind of have that with God, because she's really weird looking.
I'm not talking about that, but she's a monster. If you hadn't noticed.
And this is where she dies, because she gets between them, and he yells, "Get out of the way!" And he pulls the fucking trigger.
Well,
and it's all on
he's
him.
still calling the creature it, and she hates that. To her, this is the person. You don't call it it. It's he.
Are you assuming his gender?
This is the first moment where it felt like Victor where the creature wanted to kill Victor. He fucking got so fucking angry at him for doing this. And then he goes down the stairs yelling, it killed her. It killed her. Blaming again the creature for something, even though it's not his fault that the old Austrian died. The guy should have been doing what he was doing. And, he ended up causing his own death. But the death here, this I blame on Victor and the death of Elizabeth. So his brother and his sister-in-law are dead because of his actions directly. And that's why I like when he calls him a monster with his last word before he dies. I finally understand you now. And then the last thing he says after a few sentences, you're the monster. I fucking
There must
love
have been conflict between those two growing up the way they did. Victor,
of course,
having a
jealousy,
as a brother, and
envy.
William got the soft side. Yeah, they couldn't have liked each other growing up.
No. There's a thing there. William really loves Victor.
No, it is their queen, because I brought this up a moment ago when I said that when the creature says, I came here to ask you to make me a bride, or what, I can't remember the phrasing he says, but a mate. He says, what, make another of you so you can make more of you and populate the world with, your what did he call them? Offspring. Populate the world with your offspring. That is that scene right there. That dialogue tells you everything about that. So it is in the film. It's just truncated into one scene. So they didn't want, because like Martin said, if they went into that of getting the body and making the bride, that absolutely this movie would have dragged on for at least another hour. 45 minutes went out.
It's already 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, so no, if they wanted to do a 2-part film, yeah, but I wouldn't have done it for one film. I absolutely would have left that out. I think that was a smart move. And instead of him coming to him in the cave, they cut all that out. They just go straight to the chase. Because now everything he loves is dead. He has nothing left. So all he has is his obsession with destroying this creature. And this is the part where they fuck up, again, historically. Because they're 10 years... yeah, it's what I was saying.
I know.
She's like, tell him about the dynamite. No shit, cat. Yeah, this is the dynamite scene. I like this scene too when he gets dragged out of the tent. And
yeah,
the creature,
that was great.
Now, the dynamite scene bugs me because I don't like the idea. I think it's a terrible idea to make the creature indestructible. I think making it immortal, due to the way it was made,
it doesn't age. Yeah, that makes sense.
That it doesn't age. It will stay the same age for eternity. And but to make him
green,
I would still have it to where he could starve to death. He could stop eating and die that way. The way vampires, when they've lived too long, bury themselves and they don't really die, but they go to sleep and they don't move. They're frozen, especially if you read Anne Rice's books. They can sleep for centuries.
That's slumber.
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. The old
that show is so fucking Anne Rice. It's crazy how, because all the gay shit and everything, that's from Anne Rice. Because as you know, in the original text, vampirism is about sex and disease. Which is why in the movie Bram Stoker Dracula, my favorite line is that
civilization
and civilization have come up through history together. And I just thought that was fucking great line. Van Helsing has the best lines in that fucking movie. No, did I cut off a head? Casually.
Oh, when
I
he's
stabbed her in
standing
the heart
there
and cut off her head.
when he's standing there with the lit dynamite, like a candle, holding it, then it explodes, and then you have this inner monologue. I could hear the crackling of my bones resetting because he just can't die.
Yeah, and it's only in the third act where the creature does the narration. I know that was another thing you had an issue with, Martin. I was okay with it because it makes sense that
I know that, and that is precisely one of the biggest fault for me of Mary Shelley Frankenstein is the audience, because the story, Kenneth is telling the whole spiel to the captain. But how can the audience know what the creature lived by? It was on its own.
Yeah, so, that needed to be narrated by the creature.
You need the changing narrator. I don't like it, but it's necessary.
It makes sense, so I didn't mind.
Yeah, the thing that bothers me with the narration is he is narrating to the captain, not to Victor, because he says, he told you his story. Now I will tell you mine.
Yeah, why is that a problem?
Wait, because let me finish. Because at a certain point, he turns his because they periodically stop the story and show the characters so you can remember, hey, these people are talking here, okay? Then the creatures looks to Victor and says, and here, and that was the moment in which I say that thing to you, that thing that you know that I said to you because you were there when I was saying to you. He was he should have told to the captain, and here was the moment in which I told him that thing. That is a poorly written line of dialogue. Just the line.
Huh.
But, oh my God. Well, my position with this movie is monstrous because I see as I have two reviews, one as a Dr. Jekyll and one as of Mr. Hyde. One thing I would never say is that this movie is not beautiful, both visually and auditory. The music is awesome, but man, the soliloquy of this creature, he talks like a poet. The
Because
words
he's
and
been
the
reading
voice.
poetry.
Yes,
all the
I
time.
know, and I love it.
That's how he learned language.
That's the part of me that likes this movie. We have the other part that does not like it. But
This ending is so emotional when he calls him father.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I blubbered every single time. I've watched this movie 4 times now. And every single time that moment happens, I blubber like a kid. I love this shot right here. This is so well done. I was sitting there
with tears going down my face.
This is so well done when he breaks the ice on the ship and pushes it. I was just
and again,
floored
that ship
at how gorgeous
was real.
Looks.
And that's what makes it so gorgeous. That it's a real ship.
We have damaged our audience.
Yeah.
Damon.
That thing stays forever.
There are so many other clips that I want to use regularly, but that's one of my favorites. Like just the fucking puppet talking like that. That's so hilarious, man. When he takes that fucking hood down, oh my God. The only thing I wish they had done, because it's the one thing I think they really nailed with Frankenstein, a True Story, is him burning his father's body.
And himself.
Well, no, in that he doesn't burn himself.
Yeah, and this film, I would have loved to have seen that because that's one of the best moments in all of the Frankenstein films. That moment is my absolute favorite, where they show him standing on that broken, piece of ice, floating away with the body of Frankenstein on fire, set on top of a pyre. And there's that image. You can see it, the crucifixion thing. There's so much Christian symbolism in this film. And of course, Catholicism plays heavily into Frankenstein because, again, that part of Europe, other than England, was majority Catholic, minority Protestant. Great Britain, the opposite at the time, of course. I don't think there should be one, though, Queen. I really don't.
No,
I think the story is what he wanted. This is a movie he's wanted to make since he was a child. As his love letter to the book and the films.
I have 2 or 3 things to say about that.
Okay.
No, not here. We're running out of time. God.
Oh wow! It's over 2 hours, man. That went by fast. Alric Baldwin. I hate you, Alric Baldwin. Seriously. That movie just tickles me. I know Anima hates that fucking movie. That is one of those movies that I just get a big smile.
It had its fun moments, but
we deleted the clip of Jesus did the fucking Christ.
I think I still have it. Hold on. You can play the stuff for him right now, though, if you want.
What? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. We owe him Runry and
Bakalakadaka. I'm on it. Have a little faith. Here we go.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
And here.
I'm so lonely,
So ornery and sad, real wrong.
There you go, Sander.
Find it. Because I could have sworn I kept a copy of that video. Man, I got a crap load of Slapshot clips.
Of what?
Oh my God, I do have this one. I just found it. Oh my God, this is great. I'm trying to find you.
Well, Quinn, there's no need for a sequel in America, and
They're doing way too many sequels anyway. Come up with something new, please. Be creative.
besides, they are losing the spark as of late.
Oh, yeah.
So I got this one.
Surprise, cockbags!
The guy that looks like Kurt Russell delivers that line. I thought that was hilarious. You see, I gotta, because it might be in the other folder. Let me go look in the other videos folder. There it is. Price. Nope, not in there. Put it in here. Looking. I'm looking. Nope. Oh, wait. I think this is the whole scene. There you go.
Hell, prepare to die!
Jesus, titty fucking.
Christ!
I don't know why I love that scene so much.
It's fucking funny. It's
It is.
fucking funny. I love that guy's voice.
Oh my God.
Guys, I'm falling asleep here.
Yeah, and I
We
need
can
to
wrap
go.
up. We can wrap up. So, all right, guys. See y'all later. Happy Saturday.
See you on Monday.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, I stand by that statement. It's like somebody asks you a question, you just don't even answer them. You just say, "Well, I stand by my original statement." Leave them wondering what the fuck you said, and not wanting to ask what you said, because then they'll look stupid that they weren't paying attention. Yes, I've done that in real life. This is just another fun way to fuck with people. And that's a fact, Jack. Right?
Well,
I'm looking for a goodbye thing. Here we go. All right. Why is that up there? I want to get rid of that ad in Thanksgiving stuff. I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. This episode is brought to you by Backdoor Beaver. And remember, the only real Backdoor Beaver is the one that comes with real beaver anal gland butter. So it's important. And don't forget, this episode is brought to you by Keith's Glare. Remember, Keith is always judging you. And we're going to get out of here, guys. So everybody have a great Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll see you again on Monday, okay?
Bye.
I'm just drawing it out now.
Let's go.
That reminds me.
Matt Damon.